Ever heard of a cat worth $100 million? Or a fish that sold for more than a house? This isn't fiction. These are real animals with prices that shocked everyone. From record-breaking horses to a sheep that stunned the world, you won't believe how much people paid. Some were legends, others flops. Each has a wild story, and you'll want to see which one tops the list. Number 8. Grumpy Cat, the $100 million internet star. Who knew a frown could earn a fortune of $100 million? Yes, this is real. Grumpy Cat, whose real name was Tartar Sauce, became famous not for what she did, but how she looked. Born in 2012 in Morristown, Arizona, her grumpy face caused by feline dwarfism and an underbite made her a viral sensation after one photo hit Reddit. People couldn't stop sharing her expression, and within days, she became the face of every mood. Even though she always looked annoyed, she was actually calm and sweet in real life. Her popularity kept growing, bringing her onto TV shows, commercials, and even a Christmas movie. She wasn't sold like rare animals, but her brand earned millions through merchandise and partnerships. Her total value crossed $100 million, and she was even honored with a wax figure at Madame Tussauds. Grumpy Cat passed away in 2019, but her legacy remains one of the most loved internet pets of all time. Number 7. Sportsman's Double Diamond, the $490,000 lamb. What would make someone spend nearly $500,000 on a sheep? Meet Sportsman's Double Diamond, a Texel ram lamb that stunned the world by selling for around $490,000 at an auction in Scotland. At just 6 months old, this lamb wasn't ordinary. Bred by Charlie Bowden and family in Cheshire, UK, Double Diamond's value skyrocketed from a starting bid of 10,000 guineas thanks to his rare genetics and standout appearance. He wasn't just cute, he was built like a champion. As an embryo-bred lamb from 2 top sires, Garngaur Craftsman and Plasucha Big Gun, he stood out in every way. His muscular frame and near-perfect structure placed him in the top 1% of the Texel breed. A group of 3 breeders came together to buy him, hoping his elite traits would boost their future flocks. Double Diamond didn't just break a record, he became the symbol of just how valuable top-tier livestock can be. Number 6. Bluefin Tuna, the $1 million fish. How can a single fish sell for millions? That's the story of the bluefin tuna, a sea giant known not just for its size, but also for its price tag. These powerful swimmers can grow over 600 kilograms and reach speeds up to 45 miles per hour, gliding through the ocean like underwater missiles. They don't just travel, they migrate across entire oceans, diving thousands of feet and crossing the Atlantic in under 2 months. But it's not just their biology that makes them special. Their rich, fatty meat, the prized otoro cut, is a luxury in Japanese cuisine, served in high-end sushi and sashimi. With wild populations shrinking due to overfishing and tight catch limits, bluefin have become rare and extremely valuable. In Tokyo, some have sold for millions at auction, turning fish markets into global headlines. The bluefin tuna's strength, rarity, and culinary demand have made it one of the most expensive animals in the world. Number 5. Missy the Holstein, the $1.2 million Dairy Queen. What kind of cow is worth $1.2 million? Meet Missy, a Canadian Holstein whose name shook the dairy world. Born in Prince Edward Island, she became a superstar not just for how she looked, but for what she carried in her genes. In 2009, she was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping price, making her the most expensive cow ever at that time. Missy wasn't just a pretty face in the field, she was a champion. In 2011, she won top honors at both the World Dairy Expo in Wisconsin and the Royal Agricultural Winter Fair in Toronto. But her real power came from her bloodline. Her genetics promised high milk output and flawless physical traits, both in high demand for dairy farming. With contracts for embryos, calves, and sons, Missy became more than a winner. She was seen as a future builder for dairy herds around the world. Number 4. Big Splash, the $1.5 million status symbol. Who knew a dog could turn into a $1 million legend? Big Splash, also called Hong Dong in China, stunned the world in 2011 when he was sold for $1.5 million. At only 11 months old, he already stood nearly 3 feet tall and weighed over 180 pounds. His fiery red coat made him look more like a lion than a dog, and that's exactly why he was so wanted. Tibetan Mastiffs like Big Splash aren't just dogs, they're living pieces of history. Bred to guard livestock in harsh Tibetan climates, their strength, loyalty, and rare appearance have earned them royal status. Legends even say Genghis Khan and Buddha had them. But what truly set Big Splash apart was his flawless bloodline and potential as a top breeding dog. In China's elite circles, owning a Tibetan Mastiff isn't just about pets, it's about power, tradition, and showing the world you've made it. Number 3. Seattle Dancer, the $13.1 million racehorse. How much would you pay for a horse that hasn't raced yet? In 1985, Seattle Dancer was sold for an unbelievable $13.1 million, setting a world record as the most expensive yearling ever. The reason? His bloodline was a dream. He was the son of Nijinsky II and born to my charmer, who also gave the world a Triple Crown winner, Seattle Slew. Expectations were sky high. While he didn't race as a 2-year-old, Seattle Dancer proved his talent later, winning the Group 2 Gallinule Stakes and performing well in other key races. But beyond the track, his real value was in what he could pass on. Buyers weren't just chasing trophies, they were chasing future champions. The intense bidding wasn't just about one horse. It was about owning a legacy, breeding power, and the prestige that comes with being part of horse racing's elite circle. Number 2. The Green Monkey, the $16 million record breaker. I know you're shocked that someone spent $13.1 million on Seattle Dancer, but in 2006, a 2-year-old colt named the Green Monkey broke that record by selling for a wild $16 million. The reason was the same: his incredible bloodline. Descended from legendary horses like Northern Dancer and Secretariat, he had everyone's attention. Before the sale, he amazed crowds by running an eighth of a mile in under 10 seconds, a rare speed for such a young horse. That impressive workout made bidders compete fiercely, pushing his price sky high. However, despite the hype, his racing career didn't go as planned. He raced only 3 times and earned just $10,440 before an injury forced him to retire. Later, he stood at stud in Florida, but never matched those early hopes. Though he passed away in 2018 due to illness, the Green Monkey's story remains a striking example of how unpredictable horse racing can be, even for the most expensive stars. Number 1. Fusaichi Pegasus, the $70 million stallion. You'd think $16 million for a horse was wild, but Fusaichi Pegasus raised the bar even higher. He was sold for a mind-blowing $60 to $70 million after retirement, not because of hype, but because of results. As a yearling, he was already a hot prospect, purchased for $4 million and trained under Neil Drysdale for owner Fusao Sekiguchi. In 2000, he proved his worth by winning the Kentucky Derby, becoming the first favorite to do so in over 20 years. That win, along with victories in the San Felipe Stakes and Wood Memorial Stakes, made him a racing icon. He earned nearly $2 million in just 9 races, but it was his potential as a sire that made breeders open their wallets. With a champion pedigree and striking physique, Fusaichi Pegasus was expected to pass on greatness, and he did. He produced multiple Grade 1 winners and secured his place in racing history as one of the most expensive and respected stallions ever.